This don't say
That
dirty
clock
words.
keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me
Yeah.
Oh, just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Oh, just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me
And shut up, Jimmy.
Shit, just let me go.
Yeah, I'm broadcasting live from the heart of Europe.
This is no trace of that's the blood flowing like a fucking pace.
With my main man, the heart and soul of the Ghostbusters, Mr. Matt Pitt. How are you doing?
Yo, what's up? What up?
What up? Yeah, well, I can't. I mean, everybody's just getting W's. Everybody's getting W's.
It's been a bit of a resurgence, you know.
I want to talk about that fat, stupid. Let's tour. What did you say that word? Fuck. Papa Gut. Papa Gut. This is so fun. If any other day we'd be doing this. Check this fucking moron out. Okay.
Share your screen, Tommy.
Yeah, I will. Give me a second there, Papa Gut. We should go back in obscurity. Nerdy John, thank you so much. You're a good man, Nerdy John. I don't care what they say about you. All right, so Boogie Grovels and the Locale podcast comes to an end. Okay? All right.
Yeah.
This is really funny. This is really funny. So I figured he put that up for clickbait, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. No, he didn't. He's a fucking idiot. He literally took this, from what I could see. He took this, Boogie's fired, and then watched Bobax's video.
Listen, fuckhead.
So I thought he was just like clickbaiting. Like, yeah, so what? You want to get people to see. I don't want to give a rat's ass about clickbaiting, right? So he goes on. It's like, wow, I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. This is never going to work. And I'm like, you idiot. If he would have just watched, I don't know, the Lolcow podcast, he would have known nobody got fired. Ever for a second.
Oh, he's watching the Bobax video.
Yeah, and there's no mention of that in the Bobax. And I'm not taking a swing at Bobax over here. Like, there's no mention of it. He's just so stupid. And here's what I hate about fucking this fat fuck, right? He does YouTube drama, but he acts like he's above it or more sophisticated. Hey, Papa Gut, you're as dumb as fucking I am. I got news for you. You're just as stupid as me and everybody else in this bitch. You are not sophisticated. You are not smart because somebody told you along your line that you're smarter than other people, probably your mother, and your political opinions don't make you smart either. I know that's what they tell you fucking millennial idiots. I know, well, if you just have this line of thinking, which is like completely closed off, and you get to judge other people, call them racist and transphobic and anti-women and all this stuff, that makes you sophisticated and smart. No, Papa Gut, you're a fucking adult. You're adult, just like everybody else around here. Just like everybody else. Just like Hasan we're going into. Just like everybody else. Nobody is smart on YouTube. Nobody, except PewDiePie. Man, that Italian broad and checked out with all the money. He's the only smart guy in the whole motherfucker. Come on. You're an idiot. You're an idiot like everybody. Oh, no, I don't like to get involved in that YouTube drama stuff. Yeah, you might look stupid. Nick's smarter than you. Like head over heels, I'm smarter than you. You just have this way about it, and you feign sophistication, and then you feign wisdom, which is funny. Wisdom while you're looking at everybody about your wife's rape. Oh my fucking God! All right, now I got that out. God, oh, I don't know, last that long. Maybe I should just put a clip of this in. Maybe I should.
Wow.
Okay.
I guess that's what this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be a response video to that?
Okay.
Oh my God, maybe this will be its own video. Okay.
Don't watch it! Don't watch it when they tell you that Boogie's not fired, you fat fuck!
He has this bad habit of doing his research on
I wouldn't have a problem with that, but he all right, but then he puts it in the title and he doesn't change it.
Yeah.
At an earlier time. I don't know if I'm gonna watch this. Let's keep
I don't know if I'm gonna watch anything that confirms what I'm talking about.
You know what? Claim him, Keemstar.
Got into some drama unrelated to the podcast, which caused Mudahar to make a response video on his 3 million subscriber channel. Something that Boogie would
I wonder if they're gonna bully him back into it.
obviously be dying to respond.
Yes, we're going to bully him back into it in about an hour. And he's doing this. This came out 2 hours ago, and I literally have a pod. Like, I'm literally getting together with those guys right after this. That's why I'm starting early today.
But was holding himself back as he promised that he would only talk about drama on Keemstar's Lolcow podcast.
You know, he's too sophisticated to touch base with me. I tried to get him on the podcast when he was doing YouTube drama. Nothing sophisticated, nothing really smart. It wasn't rocket science. It wasn't biology. It was YouTube drama. And he said in his cast, well, I don't have a problem with Tommy's here or anything, but I just don't want to get involved in that YouTube drama. And then why did you leave fucking for how many months? I don't know. YouTube drama. You're not smart. You're not any smarter than anybody else fucking around here. I got news for you. All these guys, even Destiny is not as well educated as Nick. Jeez, I think Nick has a master's degree. All these guys are dummies. They're all dumb. If they're political, they're probably particularly stupid. And not only that, they're power hungry. You know, I hesitate to think the only guy who does it, and I say this begrudgingly, but I wouldn't say he's an idiot. The only guy who does it halfway decent is Destiny. But I don't think he's that sophisticated. I don't think he's any that smart. He's reasonably intelligent. You know, I don't blow me away. I never watched a Destiny video and go, oh my God, Jesus Christ, that guy's got it over me like a 10. No, I just think he's a fucking political douchebag. And I'm sure he thinks I'm a drama douchebag. He's right, but I'm right about him too. God. Look, like, success has anything to do with how fucking bright you are? Look at his son. He's a fucking retard. His cousins are retard too. You're talking about Joe Rogan a couple months ago. Man, I grew up fighting. I could fucking fight Joe Rogan. You grew up in a Jewish neighborhood in New Brunswick, asshole. Fucking 2 towns away from me.
Why?
You dumb fuck, Shank. Who are you fooling? Oh, I'm from New Jersey. Oh, that makes me tough. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It wasn't even a working class area.
I thought for a second you called him an Asian slur, and then I realized his name is Chank. Okay.
Shank. I didn't call it Shank. Oops! Oh no! Hasan's got me now! Because it's moving forward, I only addressed it's funny about this. Skipping Papa Guff for a minute. This is after our little fight. He thought in some stupid fucking realm that, like, I'll show Tommy how Boogie thinks if you feel how he feels, then all of a sudden you'll look at things the same way he does. I don't feel that way. If you're going through a hard time, that doesn't mean I change my fucking philosophy or worldview, right? He thought by writing this that everybody would just start doing all the shit they do to him about drama and send it to me. Like, I give a shit. Even if it worked, I wouldn't have cared. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Boogie's a fat fuck, you know that? Yeah, whatever. Mute. Like, what do I care? You don't listen to these assholes. Hey, if you got on my nerves enough, I just mute them and I wouldn't tell anybody.
In the first place, if you're trying to move away from drama, why would you...
Oh, that's a good question. Let's not cover that, though. Oops. All right, let's go over another retard. None of these people are smart. They're all like everybody else, about average.
On that note, here's the WillyMacShow. What's up, WillyMacShow?
Hey, what's up?
Look how mad he is already. Look how mad
he's already lost this debate, by the way, because he hasn't watched.
Well, here's the thing.
Videos.
He already lost it before it even started. Come on and debate me about Israel. Wait a minute. The 2 videos he made on you had nothing to do with that. They had to do with you being an irresponsible idiot. That's the debate. And it's unlosable.
Yeah, let's get this fucking Irish guy from Illinois to debate about Israel, named Willie Mac.
Is he Irish? That guy looks Eastern
Is
European.
he Irish? I figured he was Irish, right?
He looks Eastern European to me.
No. Willie Mac? I'm talking about Willie Mac.
Oh, Willie Mac's a half a guinea.
Yeah, okay.
He's half Irish, half Italian. That's why he bickers with Nick all the time.
Hasan.
Not much. So I am not very familiar with what you do, but
why wouldn't you be if you're going into a debate, you rocket scientist? Like, why would you watch a video, you egomaniac?
I don't get it because he has the power to ignore the video. Like, why is he so caught up?
Because Willie did a great job. All these guys are egomaniacs. They measure everything in likes and dislikes and reposts and fucking retweets and all that shit, and he's losing that battle. So he's trying to fucking put all. So he's like, all right, this guy's he because he sees through the lens, their political lens. A political streamer must be more sophisticated and smarter than a drama YouTuber, which that's not no, it's not true. I mean, Jesus Christ, the IQs are all over the place in this goddamn fucking thing, and they're pretty much. I don't think anybody's that smart. So he thinks he's gonna walk over this fucking guy. And Hasan's got a room temperature IQ. If it is over 100, I would be a little surprised. I think it's around 80. My guess, absolute max 105. Absolute facts. So it hovers between about 98 and about 105. Dull motherfucking normal.
But I believe you've done a couple videos about how dog shit I am. I think, right? You want to turn on your camera, by the way?
I mean, I'm recording. I don't think I can at the same time.
Okay. All right. Well, that's unfortunate, but all right. So
Who's gonna make fun of his look? when did he ever have anybody in there?
I don't know.
Yeah, he was gonna he was gonna go after his looks. I didn't pick up on that.
Did you watch the videos?
No, of course not. I have a policy of not really watching videos.
It's
such
like,
as
what is
that
there to
one
debate about then?
But what is it? Then why are we here? Well, that's exactly what I went to.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I went. You're sitting there crying about my fucking videos, right? And then you want to challenge me to a Palestine-Israeli event when I never criticized your view on that. I criticized your journalism on that. I criticized what you said about it. I criticized how you treat your how you treat people that question you. I criticized the fact that you get most of your shit fucking wrong. I criticized that you act like a fucking asshole. That's what I criticized. You're entitled to your opinion on Hamas, Hasan.
Because it will frustrate me, and then I will have to.
You want to debate
to
about
it.
a video you didn't even watch?
That's smart. See,
Why?
why Willie's smarter than me. Okay, he can do this shit with a smile. I can't. I'm angry.
Of course, you made the video. I'm not like debating a random person about a video I didn't watch. You made the
98 IQ. 98 IQ. Like.
Fucking video. So let's hear.
I know, but that kind of
gripes
links up to like my big criticism with you, is that you don't actually put in the bare minimum effort to research anything before you jump to conclusions. That's why your tweet when you're like, "Hey, I want to debate Willie."
Do you really consider me watching a fucking dumbass YouTube video from a drama farming channel to be doing
that's a perfect yes.
Research?
Yes. Why? Like, it doesn't make any sense. He's already lost. It doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm gonna bring this guy on. And that's why he didn't. And that's why he wanted the video to come up. Like, oh, so like he was gonna make fun of it because you could put anybody. You could be even if they're good looking, right? Because Willie's not. But you, you could make fun of their look. You could find a fucking feature about them to go. And that was his plan. That was his plan. Right. And you could hear him say, "That's unfortunate." Because that was the plan. And this fucking dipshit behind him was just gonna laugh and they were gonna point. That's the plan. Like a fucking child. And all these jerk-offs that listen to him that were told they were smart by mom and dad are looking to do that. They don't care about politics. They care about politics the way I care about the fucking New York Rangers. That's where they begin. I hope they win. I hope the Islanders don't beat us. I hope the Devils don't beat us. You know?
It's like gang mentality, right?
Yeah, it is.
Like,
yeah. That's it. That's as far as it goes. That's how smart Hasan and Hasan fans are.
Research this is what you're on talking a video. About. You're going into a topic you don't know anything about.
Brother, just give me what you want to say. Give me what you want to say.
You invited me, motherfucker. You challenged me, bitch.
Video's about me, isn't it?
Yeah,
so fucking talk to me about what the fucking points of the video are, and let's discuss it.
Why are you angry? You didn't even see it. See, and that goes to my point, too. They only check the numbers. He's doing well.
Yeah.
My main criticism.
Why would I have to research a video about myself? Like,
yeah, why would I want to know the talking points of the criticisms that you have of mine? Why can't you just say them to me right now?
You should say, because you might not look stupid like you did over that missile situation in Gaza. That might not happen. It might happen less often, you dumb motherfucker.
Oh
Because it
man, I
plays
can't
right
believe
into my
I have
criticism
to. I
of
have
you.
to
It's like,
watch.
I have no doubt you didn't.
I have to
watch it.
watch a fucking dumbass.
He's trying. He's really
talk shit.
See, the thing is, he's trying to goat Willie into getting a screaming match. But here's the thing. Here's what he doesn't know. Willie doesn't like confrontation, and he doesn't like screaming. It's just not his personality. It's not who he is. I think you'd have to get like really on his nerve. That's not who Willie is. Because I've screamed at Willie before, and he just says, "I don't know, Tommy. I'm sorry. I just disagree with you." You know, I've gotten mad at Willie before. He doesn't get mad. So what Hasan's trying? He's trying to goad him into like getting angry by just acting like a jerk off and
for 25 minutes and jerk off like all the fucking talking points that I've heard about myself over and over again. Incredibly stupid. Give me the fucking takes and we'll talk about it. Okay, go on.
Yeah. My take is that you have a pattern of behavior where breaking news happens. You jump to wild conclusions, talking way too confidently.
Look at him smiling.
Okay, give me an example.
Who disagrees with
example.
you.
Give me an example.
All right,
Are you going to talk about? Okay.
There was reports that Ukraine was going to be invaded by Russia. You confidently said no, it wasn't, despite all the reports. Then Russia invades. And then instead of apologizing and correcting the story, you then
I didn't apologize and correct the story?
You justify the invasion.
Wait,
right?
I didn't apologize and correct the story?
Let me finish my.
Wait, hold on.
No,
this is important.
This is the pattern of behavior.
Because you said you. Wait. Hold on.
he's really.
You're the one who doesn't do his research because I did apologize and I did correct the record.
You
just didn't fucking see it.
You kind of walked it back too.
Here's another thing. Yeah, here's another thing. Willie is well researched. I mean, he researches shit to the point where I can't. And I'll tell you how you know that video that he did, his big mosaic of Hasan getting up and going to the bathroom and still leaving the video on, right?
Yeah.
That was painstaking, I'm sure. Anybody who's ever made a video like, oh my God, you know how many streams you have to go through just to find that fucking moment? What a pain in the fucking ass. He doesn't have a team behind him either.
What if it happened so many times it was actually really easy?
What?
You know what I mean? I said, what if it happened so many times though that it was actually really easy to do? Because it's like what if like Willie was looking through the stream and every time he clicked, like Hasan's getting up to go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
And it ended up being like really easy to set up.
Gotcha. Yeah. Interesting that
I very clearly apologize for it. You didn't see that because all you do is look at fucking clips.
It's in the video. In one of my videos.
So why did you just now bring it up as though I've never apologized?
You don't actually apologize, and if you listen for a second, you explain it.
So for like Hasan, and then the worst part is when people call you out.
Why did you just bring that up as I never apologized?
It's all out of context.
Why did you just say I never apologized for it when I did?
Right? You claim that's all out of context.
Why did you say I never apologized? Why did you just say I never apologized?
Justify more. You then make more outrageous claims.
I'm sorry. Why did you say I never apologized if I did, and you just repeated? You just repeated after I said no. I did apologize.
No, he didn't. He said you apologized and walked it back, so it's insincere. I heard that.
You moved the goalpost. You moved the goalpost, and you tried to fucking act like I was just backtracking.
I didn't move the goalpost, dude. This is exactly my criticism.
You did. Stop saying this is exactly my criticism. Okay, but then your criticism is
video,
fucking stupid.
Your apology is in there.
Okay,
you just didn't watch it, so you're just making shit up right now. That's what you're doing.
No, I'm going off of what you're saying.
Because you didn't watch the video.
You could see that. You could see his chest. He's moving. It's like he thought this is going to be easy, and that's why he doesn't debate Destiny. He doesn't debate it at all because he's dumb. He has some. And I saw it with, I think it was a no jumper video on him, that he had heard the excuse that maybe his looks got him where he was and had nothing to do with his intellect or education. I clearly remember that. I think it was a no jumper interview or something like that, or some kind of interview. I saw it on Atheism is Unstoppable. So he is somewhat aware that he's stupid. Somewhat.
Don't research anything, which is the whole criticism.
Why would I watch a fucking stupid video?
So now we're doing this. This is called circular reasoning.
Because you made when I'm talking to you because the video is about me. You said with your words that I didn't actually apologize.
You're saying
you said with your words
that I did.
He hasn't let him finish his sentence either.
Is this what you're going to talk over me when I'm giving you the answer?
No.
That's exactly what he's doing. Willie's really good at
a very straightforward answer. I did do that.
Okay.
I did cover your apology.
You said I did apologize, but it wasn't good enough for you. Is that what you're saying?
And I showed you apologizing for making your completely, fairly baseless claims, jumping to conclusions, and then you followed that up by making more baseless claims, jumping to conclusions.
in the same apology.
Go on. What are the baseless claims that I made that I jumped to conclusions on, even though you originally said
Oh, he's trying to isolate it. See, this is what they do. They're doing to Destiny, because they asked Destiny, he cracked a joke. So where are you on the Israeli thing? I'm for genocide, and you'll see in all Destiny's replies right now, they'll just say, "Oh, like quote Destiny, I'm for genocide. I'm." That's what, and just that part, and realize that it was just a fucking joke, that he was going to side with the Jews or Israel, and they're just taking that part and said, "That's what you said, and that's what you meant." So Hasan's doing the same thing right now. He apologized, and you said I apologize, so this is debate. This debate's over. And really, what Willie said in the video is it was a deceptive apology. He said he's sorry, and then says a bunch of crazy fucking shit after that, kind of nullifying the apology.
Said that Russia would never invade Ukraine, which is true. I did say that because I did think that it would be an unimaginably stupid decision for Russia, okay, which I claimed would be impossible to occupy Ukraine, a country with 44 million people whose entire national independence movement has
he's trying to get it away from it, but that's not the point.
Literally trying
to get into political talking points.
Escape from Russia for the most part, regardless of the Russian-speaking population in the Eastern Front. Okay. Having said that,
I mean,
however,
this has nothing to do with what I said, though. This is all just random nonsense.
Yeah, because you're a fucking scumlord drama farmer. Of course it doesn't have anything to do with anything. Because the specifics don't matter to you.
The specifics do matter.
Well, if they do, then when I describe... All right,
here, I got another one. Let's do this one, too.
There's an entire YouTube video called I Was Wrong About Ukraine. Like, there's literally...
and in that same video, you make more claims about...
Like what?
See, Willie needs to come out with the claims.
If I remember, I mean, this is a year ago. I made
go
this
ahead.
video.
Go ahead.
Like what? I didn't watch that either.
Like what? Of course I didn't watch it.
So
why would I watch a fucking
stream?
drama farmer who has no understanding of
he doesn't want nothing. He knows he's beat.
Geopolitical conflict.
And why does he always talk in a high-pitched voice? You know, he got really mad at Nick about 3-4 years ago because he said he was oozing of estrogen. Oh my God! He does sound like he's oozing with that. He does not sound like a man. He's 30 years old. He looks like he's fucking 19. I mean,
he looks like he should be working at Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah, I know. He's oozing with estrogen.
You're the one who asked for this debate, and now you're all confused and butthurt that you're getting fucked up in it. Like,
I'm sorry, you fucking brainlet. Give me what the fucking inconsistency was. You made the video. You made the video. Give me the inconsistency or what you consider to be false information. Are you having a hard time without a script or without people fucking feeding you clips that you can post?
Pretty good, bro. Nobody's fed me anything.
Dude, you're killing a dog. Come on, go ahead.
That's the thing. He's trying to throw him off. Willie doesn't get mad. He doesn't care. It's not his whole life. His livelihood is not based in YouTube, first of all. So there's not much like worth. And I know Willie. Like if he looks stupid, he'd be like, "Well, guess I look stupid on that." Oh well.
That's the second point. What is the lie that I told about Ukraine?
That's not what he said.
It's not a lie. It's just you made more claims. You made more bases.
Like what?
Claims.
What is the claim?
I gotta go pull it up in the video because you didn't.
You didn't prepare for your own fucking. You didn't prepare where you were literally
coming from the guy who didn't watch the video to begin with.
Coming on here to talk about not Israel Palestine, mind you, but about Ukraine, and you didn't even fucking prepare with talking points.
I'll talk
really?
to you about Israel Palestine. That'll be the next point. It's you doing the same thing again. Well, dude, how do you impromptu ask me to a debate this minute? If I had a day to prepare, I would have everything, but you didn't. You just completely you blew this whole
it's your video. It's your video about me. These should be so simple for you to be like, this is where you lied. Just say it. We already established the first thing.
And again, he uses lie. He never said that he lied. God, he's dishonest.
The first thing you did was wrong.
All right, you got to give me a minute.
Okay.
I will say that he probably should have been prepped too. But I know.
Well, this was
Yeah, I get that. But this is. You remember when I heard about this one, Chud? I was a little worried. You got to cross some T's and dot some I's before you get it. Now, admittedly, you can't get everything going on, but you got to do something.
Link me your video. I'm not going to watch your video. Just say it with your mouth, with your words. Go ahead.
I have to watch my video to see what my receipt is because this is a year old. Right? I didn't know where this.
You don't even know your own video. You don't know the content.
I mean, that's ridiculous. He makes himself now. Like I thought he was making Willie look bad for us. Like you don't even know your own video they made a year ago. I mean, really? Can you recall everything?
Own fucking video?
I made it a year ago, bro.
You think you're doing a good job right now? Do you think you're doing a good job right now, defending your position? Like it's such a profound position.
You're doing
it's such a profound position that you don't.
I know that's the thing too. That's what he doesn't realize. Like all this. we saw in both of Willy's videos. We saw this behavior. So yeah, he did. He is proving his point. And I got to be honest with you, it doesn't look good for him to struggle to find out what exactly Hasan said that kind of nullified his apology. But he's doing exactly what the video says he behaves like.
You don't even fucking remember your own talking points? Oh my lord.
It's like, dude, I'm trying to find your talking point.
I'm
trying to find your talking point.
I know. My talking points that you claim are wrong should be, in the chamber for you.
So we've gone from wrong to lie to other than the original claim Willy made was he walked
fire
back.
off. You came on here because you thought, let's have a conversation about these fucking videos that I've made.
Do instantly right now, right when I was out.
Stop complaining.
Who asked who, by the way? Because Hasan's acting like Willy pestered him.
No. Fucking Hasan asked Willy and started antagonizing him, calling Willy no show.
Oh, that's what he's hoping he wouldn't do it. That's what. I didn't know that.
Give me the talking points. Come on. Stop.
There's just no way he was ever gonna no show in a million fucking years.
Stop complaining. Tell me what it was. Stop bitching. Tell me what it fucking was. You started the conversation by talking about Ukraine. Why did you bring up Ukraine if you weren't fucking ready to talk about it? Your first point that you brought up was...
He didn't bring up Ukraine. He talked about what you brought up about Ukraine.
I never apologized for it. I debunked it within fucking seconds.
Listed out and all the receipts right here, but you said get on now. Willy no show.
Okay, go ahead. Come on, Willy no show. Come on. What's the second talking point?
Yelling in my ear while I'm pulling up the receipt.
Willy no show. Give me the second talking point. If you're not this fucking passionate about the subject, then you're basically
he's hoping Willy will freak out or quit. Because he has made a huge mistake and he knows it.
Fucking bottom feeding drama.
I am kind of fascinated by the guy who has no fucking reaction one way or another behind him.
Who has no interest in
like you're just gonna look retarded because I'm gonna pull it up in when I make my video.
Pull it up. Pull it up. Stop fucking complaining about it after the fact. Go ahead. I'm here. All right now. If you are genuinely interested in truth and research or whatever, you have this wonderful opportunity. You have this wonderful opportunity to ask me personally.
To pull it up. I'm trying to listen, but I'm here.
Well, he's got to say you're deliberately trying to keep me from pulling it up because you know damn well I'm gonna pull it up. So why don't you shut the? I would say why don't you shut the fuck up and I'll pull it up. But you know damn well I will. And then he would pull something like, well, I don't want to talk to me that way, and he'd get rid of you.
I heard you twice, once from my video and once from you just bitching in my ear.
Oh my god.
So you gotta wait. Yeah, that's how research
This is the greatest. This is the greatest brain power we got, folks.
You want me to just move on from this?
All right, I'm muting myself. I'm muting myself. Go ahead, watch your video, and then you can come back, okay? Holy moly, dude. Jeez, Lord mercy. I muted myself. He can't hear me, so we can find his own talking points in his own fucking videos. Jesus Christ, dude.
I didn't even get to any of my moderator questions.
I know.
That guy's just stoned out of his mind or something, right?
Every time Felix is here, we got to do a fucking... We have to have the conversations like this. It just has to happen. I love that he's like, I don't remember my talking points. I have to watch my own YouTube video.
Well, I was going to suggest like a new topic. I was going to
Yeah, he's just trying to rally the chat. That's what he's doing.
If you don't
you can go forward like 2 or 3 minutes.
2 or 3 minutes? Okay.
The criticism isn't that you didn't cover it. The criticism is that you're making baseless claims you don't know anything about, talking so confidently as if you got a whole fucking research team behind you. When you don't, you're talking out your ass. This is the
brother. Do you have a whole research team behind you? Because you're not
me. I actually did research just now, and you could barely be patient enough to sit there and listen through it. You had to go ahead and
it's a video. You made a video a year ago about me talking about like my opinion on Russia and Ukraine. You personally do not.
Yeah, that's another thing too. You know, because he tried to goad him in to talk about Israel-Palestine. He did not make a video about his opinions. See, that's what's fucking this moron up because he can't think straight. He made a video that you're incompetent, you're stupid, and you're bad faith and irresponsible. That's what the video's about. That's the thing that's really killing him. He thinks a right-wing guy made a video on him. like and made it like a political, like sort of like a takedown of Vosh. You know, that's what he thinks. He didn't. He said it's you. He said you're corrupt, and here's why.
Have an opinion on Russia or Ukraine at all. I have taken
my
accountability on my. I've taken
my opinion is that
accountability
if you're
on the
going to
things that I've
report on
reported
something,
wrong.
You should do the research. If I'm not willing to talk
I have
about
taken
friction
accountability on the things that I have.
Literally, see. Look, I talk over people, and it happens in arguments and stuff like that. Like, but it's so obvious it's deliberate here. You know, it's designed to silence.
Reported
Why
wrong
are you
on
in wars when you can't do the
Willie No
most basic
Script.
shit?
Listen to me. I've taken accountability on the things that I have said that are incorrect. Of
That's
course,
not
on
true.
the editorial perspective, on the editorial side of my coverage, okay, on the editorial side of my coverage, if I make a prediction or a speculation, it can sometimes be wrong. That speculation is always going to be on foundational analysis that is solid.
Another one too.
Foundational analysis. This guy just watches the news and spits. Who are you kidding? Come on. It's not an example of a pretty face and room temperature IQ, building imperial bloodlines, precipitation trophies. Yeah. Oh, it's absolutely. Absolutely. And also, I gotta put something in there, fucking like, and I really has come out with this the recent Palestine thing. The guy's racist as fuck. You know, he's hateful, and he's every bit as hateful and racist as the people he hates. Laughs at cops getting shot, uses racial slurs, but it's like, you know, the right people, the white people. You know, I mean, he's just as racist. I don't give a fuck that he's racist. I don't care any platform that he's racist. It's just that he is not virtuous. He screams and yells about fucking genocide and stuff like that, but he has no problem. And by the way, I don't either. I was a soldier. People fucking get killed, right? But he's not like that. But all the lefties want to be peaceniks and they want to be war hawks at the same time. And then when you point out like that doesn't work, that's when you have the problem.
Yeah,
I mean that's what he is. He wants to like, oh, why don't you people just get together and come up with a fucking solution, man? Come on! That cop just got shot. You can't once you say that, right? That's something I would do, right? But I have no credibility in that department. I have no credibility about fucking what's right and wrong in war or anything like that. But he is such an arrogant fuck. He has absolutely no problem with his own hypocrisy, and he'll just spit that shit out. It is really unbelievable.
Just more examples.
Do you have an issue with do you have an issue with my analysis of the situation? Because I can't possibly do research on things that haven't happened yet. I can simply speculate.
Just make it up.
And
you
this
just make up
entire
stuff.
Do you think when I say, guys, I don't think that Russia will bomb Kyiv is actually in your opinion like me making up something, or do you think it's speculation?
No, the clip is actually you talking really condescendingly about people who think that could happen. That's the clip.
Okay, but yeah, okay. You don't.
Yeah,
so is this all just tone policing? Is that what it is?
You're talking about.
Is this all? So all of this is just you personally tone policing the way I'm covering the fucking news?
Policing. It's about your.
Do you have any
reporting.
genuine interest or any curiosity in like Russia and Ukraine at all?
No, I have curiosity in you being corrupt.
Or is all you do fucking drama farming off of clips? Because over the course of this entire conflict, I've dedicated tens or hundreds of hours.
This argument doesn't matter when you put the guy. This is when you put the guy on live, because if he's that irrelevant, if he's just drama farming, just look the other way. People do it to me, you know. I mean, and I'm not half as big as Hasan, but this one really got him. He knows.
Into my coverage, and the analysis in and of itself comes from a solid foundation.
I just want to point out that Willie's letting them talk.
Now, the predictions might be wrong, and it certainly was, which is something that I took accountability for, even though you said I had not. So here's my question to you.
You then just did the same mistake again. You did the same criticism again.
Did you look into, what sources I was looking at and where I was getting this opinion from?
Yeah, that's irrelevant. What source? You got it wrong.
Yeah.
That's irrelevant. So what's the trick with this? See, you didn't even look into why I got my opinion from what sources. I mean, see, I've debunked you,
beyond just like looking at looking at YouTube clips and regurgitating talking points.
I will give Willie criticism. He should come up and say, no, here's why you walked back and hear what he said. And he didn't come back with it. So he loses points for this one, 100%.
Specifically that you've heard from other like neoliberal commentators.
And he's had time to look it up. So, I mean, there's no excuse now. But maybe Willie's also he's Midwestern, he's super polite. He's getting talked over so much, he might not be able to spit it out at this point.
So neoliberal commentators is the same fucking 5 clips that you are going to present here.
You think Destiny's secretly behind this? Is this what you're crying about right now? Is this why you keep saying random shit?
Does it sound like I'm
it does.
you?
It does. It does. You're talking about stuff that doesn't matter.
Brother,
you're trying to shift the goalposts away from the criticism, which is your poor reporting. You bring me on to debate, you let me pick the debate topic, and now you won't engage. Okay. It's incredibly frustrating.
I am trying to engage with you. I am trying to engage with you.
About stuff that's not important.
I'm trying to engage with you in good faith.
I'm trying to engage with you on something that you didn't criticize me for. My opinions on the Ukraine war. You know,
faith as best as I possibly can.
I wish Willie said, this is an attack on your character. Defend you. And yes, well, that's just drama farming. You called me bitch. That's why I go nowhere.
And all you've done so far is go through your YouTube video to be like, well, you said Kiev wasn't being bombed, and actually it wasn't at the time, but then it got bombed afterwards. Listen, let me finish. Okay,
let me finish.
You don't let me finish. Okay.
Go for it.
You said Kiev wasn't being bombed at the time. It wasn't. Okay, and then you said, okay, well, guess what? Guess what, dude? Your tone was off. Okay, well, my tone was off.
You don't like it,
but you haven't.
Like, he said he called him a liar. He said he's tone policing. He literally said none of it. Everything's one red herring after another.
Brought up, I was being condescending. You haven't brought up the actual research or the actual analysis that led to these conclusions. Part of the reason why you haven't done that is because you have no idea.
I don't know why he didn't go right after the missile. The missile one. Why did you do this one? Because it's like, why would you go to one that was a year earlier?
What these sources are.
Since you're just talking in circles on this, can I just go to the next one?
I'm not talking in circles on this whatsoever, but go ahead. Let's talk about the next point.
The next one.
But for the record, I am not clairvoyant. I cannot predict the future. I cannot predict the future.
No, I know.
I just want to point that out.
But it's you talking on breaking news, like you know what the fuck's gonna happen, and you don't. You're talking.
Yeah, you can't have it both ways. You can't say I'm not clairvoyant and then be authority on the subject. And when it doesn't go right, hey, I'm not clairvoyant.
Completely out of line. So,
wait, hold up.
Can I just go to the next point?
Hold up. My speculation on what may happen, in the future, is not always going to be correct. Everybody understands this.
It's usually wrong, yeah.
It's usually wrong.
Yeah, that's what he's saying, you stupid ass. You're literally wrong. That's like the whole point.
You said the CIA is why Iran bombed the U.S. base, bro.
Do you know how many? Do you know how many hours?
Protesters are
do you know how many hours?
Of Israelis is because it's a psyop to make Palestinians look bad.
Wait, hold on.
What source is that based on?
What base are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about with the Iranian thing. What?
Iran struck a U.S. base, and then you said it's the CIA. No shot. It's the CIA. Complete because you were like, oh, there's a nuclear deal. Why would Iran do that? No way. No shot. 100% confidence. Iran.
Was that when we killed the general? I wonder if that's what he's talking about, because Iran did throw a few bombs in Iraq. I remember that.
And then takes credit for it, and then you coat, mold, and seethe to your audience.
Wait, I'm so.
I know you don't know.
Yeah, because this is years ago too. Now he's gonna make that so. Yeah, I think it's after we killed that guy Khashoggi, if I'm mistaken. Maybe chat knows. Is this the right situation? I remember
when the World War III thing started happening.
You remember when I forget what jerk off? Who's the guy I always call the cocksucker? I forget his name.
Fuck. It's on the tip
of
my tongue. The commentary guy.
Commentary guy. And he was going on and on about World War III and fucking colonialism and all this other fucking horse shit. And then Vega checked him and he's like, yes, Vega, I'm an idiot with the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Fuck,
I can't remember his fucking name.
Yeah, I can't remember that guy's name. He's still around. He's still successful.
Yeah, it makes great videos.
Yeah, and he was running around World War III, Trump's going to get us all killed. And all that happened was we killed the guy that was committing terror acts in Khashoggi, I think his name was. Jay Albury. Yeah, Jay was a cocksucker. Yeah, we killed the guy who was in Iraq, by the way. He snuck into Iraq in the airport. We clipped Khashoggi, right? And then Iran, they had to do something. And they launched a bunch of bombs in a northern Iraq, military base for the Americans. I think some guys got hurt, but nothing too serious that I remember. And I also remember the Iranians shooting down one of their own planes that night. Like that night. So he probably was like, this is a CIA op. Yeah.
Because you use so much bullshit all the time, you can't even remember.
Yeah, perhaps the reason for why
speculation it was CIA.
Are maybe the reason why I'm confused and the reason why you're a little bit confused on this is because in every single circumstance, that every single thing that you've brought up, there's almost always a correction that comes after the fact. You, on the other hand, do not see the correction, or you, on the other hand, see the 30 second to 2 minute videos, which is enough for you to try and develop a consistent narrative.
Is that a fair criticism, though? Because it's like this. If he gets something wrong and he says, I got it wrong, and he does it to his stream that's over 3, it is possible that Willie could miss it.
I'm not sure.
I've always worried about getting hit for something like that. Because there was a point where I said we should go after Alex's sponsors because he was the right logic at the time was my logic at the time was he's going to continue slazoing, zap-tying people, and he's not going to stop till he loses money, right? Then I woke up the next day and realized what I was asking for. So the first thing out of the first stream that had nothing to do with that, everything I said yesterday was bullshit. It was before I took some shit for it, too. But I was always worried about leaving that other stream up. And I leave all my streams up, even when I do fuck up, because I just think that's the history of the show, whatever. It is what it is. I'm not trying to be Hasan. I'm not trying to come off smart when I'm not. But I always did worry that, like the one part and the correction or the concession would never be recorded with. And that the worst thing is if they found that, right, they don't put the streams in order. There's no real. Is the searching on is a pain in the ass. So it's the stream the next day, but I don't know what the next day was, and how do I search by date? And like a real pain in the ass. So I do wonder if that's a legitimate sort of excuse.
Whole live stream, by the way, I'm watching everything in context. This is cope from you saying that this is out of context. It's the same shit Andrew Tate does and the Red Pillars do to me, claiming everything's out of context when it's not. That was your opinion at the time. You said those words. They came out of your own mouth. Go do the research.
Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something really quickly? Okay. One. This is important for you to comprehend.
I'm sure.
Do you think that over the course of thousands of hours of coverage, okay? Thousands of hours of coverage, especially when something is being immediately brought to my attention, okay? Immediately brought to my attention, which I don't even know what you're talking about, but I know. I don't remember what you're talking about. But over the course of thousands of hours of coverage, when I, for example, read something in the chat and respond to it, okay? Do you think that this is reporting, or do you think that I'm giving immediate commentary?
Breaking news you cover. This isn't a random chat comment. This is breaking news that's happening.
Okay.
I think what most people you should.
And actually, the criticism too is that in itself is irresponsible when you're acting like you're authority on the situation. Actually, I think Willie could have done a better job.
Do what most people do. And wait for the story to be out there before you start spurging out, making wild accusations. Here, can I go to the next one?
You need to limit your,
He's going to tell him how to argue.
TOS worthy takes here. This isn't fucking YouTube or whatever.
What is my what TOS did I break?
You can't use unfortunately, I know, and I used to do this in the past as well. You can't use ableist language, but go on.
What do you say, retarded?
Yeah, probably.
You can say retarded on Twitch.
Oh, you can? Yeah, he's trying to figure
out
a way to get out of this.
Oh, like the R word? I got you. My bad.
Yeah.
And then Willy's not like me. That would just infuriate me.
I feel like Willie Mac is like the best guy to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. Because he's not going to get mad. He's not me. He's not going to get mad.
Okay.
Yeah, he just concedes. You're right. Sorry. On to the next one.
I'm glad that you're a fan, though.
But really, it was an attempt to, and you see, and that's the whole thing with the the they them, the pronouns. It's really a reason to tell you what to do. I use they them pronouns, and it's a control thing. It's to put you in check immediately. I'm in control of this situation. I'm in charge of this situation. So that's essentially, he did kind of a version of this ableist language and stuff like that. I'm sorry, it gets him to feel like he's back in control because he's lost control. The 20 minutes in, he doesn't have much control over this.
Well, yeah, I don't. This is your job. I don't want to ruin it. So for instance, like the missile hit the Gaza hospital, both sides blamed each other. That's the breaking news, right? And instead of waiting for more information, you jump to conclusions saying it was 100% Israel. 100%.
Okay.
We're so
good
confident.
Good point.
All the chatters.
Good point. Can I ask you a question?
Can I go through the whole thing before you go?
Are you conceding? No. That's you conceding on this. I just want to before you go. Are you conceding on this? Because this is what my video about, and you're saying my video is bullshit that you didn't watch.
Hold on. This is important. This is important. I have a no. We're not jumping. We're talking about
talking to him. I mean, there's like a 7-year age difference. Like he's talking to him like he's a child. It's so unbelievable. I couldn't handle it. I would have blown up. I'd have called him a faggot.
Okay, we're talking about this specific thing. Finally, now we're talking about Israel and Palestine. When I said that, I didn't just go, "Oh, I have no other opinion on this matter." I simply think Israel
I know what he's doing.
Definitely did this because I want Israel to have definitely done this. The reason why I said this, and you do this regularly, okay? When I say something on this stream, okay, oftentimes, especially if it's a developing story.
Like, how do you know I say this stuff?
Especially if it's a developing story. When I say something on an issue that is happening, I look to all of the circumstantial evidence on the matter, and I look to everything else that is going on thus far. Now, we're two adult individuals here.
Barely.
Do you think it is unfair to say Israel?
Why is he talking like a retard?
Who's that Star Trek guy?
No. What?
The guy from Star Trek?
Data?
No, the main guy from the original series.
Spock?
No, the other guy. The actor.
What? I am
Kirk. Yeah. He's talking like that.
I do wonder, but that would actually mean he was somewhat clever. I really wonder if he's trying to get away from the subject here by talking about something else, and by slowing things up, he's trying to kind of like put Willie off balance. And not by the time you said 13, said, I want to talk to something. I want to talk to something really important. So when we're talking something about really important, I want you to listen. It fucks you up.
Yeah.
It fucks you up. And I wonder if I wonder if it's an actual tactic. I do.
Is that the
I don't know. I don't know if it's for a fact that it's a tactic. I'm guessing. But like that would also kind of include that he's smart. But he has called himself a propagandist before, which is stupid though. Like why would you say that? And he accuse everybody else of propaganda. He has called himself a propagandist. Like, I really think Hasan is just a classic communist. And, like, the way, like, a Saul Alinsky communist, it's just, like, it doesn't matter if you're right. It doesn't matter. Just win. Just win. Just look good. So he's probably learned these tactics, with all the jerk-off Saul Alinsky assholes that fucking, that educated him. And in between that, because he's stupid, he doesn't really know what he's talking about. But he knows how to look good in front of an audience. And think about that. That's what he does. He just looks good. That's it. There's nothing really sophisticated about him. Interesting. He's not innovative. Destiny really came up with this, and Destiny's the innovator in this particular area on social media, not him. So he just goes to this sort of tactics. That's a guess on my part. That's me speculating. Because it also it's that he's somewhat clever. But he might not be clever. Somebody just taught him how to do it.
Hospital, like Israel bombed the hospital.
I think when there's a claim like that, you wait for information, right? I mean, there's a million things.
The information is that
Willie brought him right back to the beginning.
the implication is that there was
everything I said didn't work. You know?
Yeah.
Didn't
There's
work.
a million things to criticize the IDF for that's right out there, right? You know this. I've seen you do it all day on stream. You get them on shit that they 100% deserve. But when there's something like that, and instead of waiting for reports, while the
he's thinking about. I can tell with his body language, everything. Like it's all about how do I look good? How do I turn it around in my chat? There's there's truth, getting it right. It's got nothing to do with anything. And why would you believe a guy that watched a cop get fucking shot by accident, a woman cop? You think the male thing would kick in, you know? Like, oh my God, there's a woman suffering, right? Because guys react to women suffering in general, right? Is it kind of like subconsciously probably, than more than they would have a man suffering. If a man cop goes, hey, you signed up for it, go cop, oh my God. He doesn't even have that. So why would you believe that any of his moral positions on Palestine or Israel or anything other than this makes me look better, this makes me achieve more power on Twitch, this makes me seem sophisticated? Why would it be any other? And I understand it's like a psychological view of this guy. But you know what? There's not much to analyze anywhere else. There's nothing deep about him. He's extremely vain. He is what do you call that when you're you only care about money or like plastic? No, we only care about Chad will help me. We only care about like material things and shit like that. That's who he is on the surface, and he's communist too, which makes it funnier, you know. Or champagne socialist. I've heard that expression before, you know. And you know, so yeah, I do. I think it's some level he knows he's not that smart, and I think other things interest him, but. This is a means to an end. So he thought Willie was always a YouTuber, always drama. And by the way, I just want to point out something. 3 summers ago, Nick fucking owned him, Destiny, and XQC over the Pokemon Leafy thing, and they all look they all look fucking stupid. So it's not the first time the dumbass commentary YouTubers, which admittedly are a bunch of dumbasses themselves for different reasons, have owned the Twitch crowd. I mean, go watch Nick's video. It's a picture of Destiny, and he fucked him up too, right? I know he's fell in love with him since. Destiny, I think Hasan and XQC on it. Look how a bunch of dummies they are.
Right.
Literally,
couple things.
Yeah.
I think the word you were looking for is superficial. Correct?
Superficial. Oh God, he's superficial on the surface. It's not like he's hiding it.
And apparently, just from what the chat says, that Hasan had set the chat up where you had to be following for 24 hours. Right before Willie went on.
Of course. This is because it's about winning. That's it. Like Willie did tell me this. That apparently he told me this. For full transparency, he told me this. I didn't see it. That the reason he stopped debating, the reason he started debating, is because Destiny would have fucking kicked his ass. Is because you have to go in it to win, right? And yes. That's just the quiet part out loud. We're supposed to debate. He's right. We're supposed to debate to get to the truth, to exchange ideas. No, to him, it's win. It's him because he's a fucking Salinsky commie, and he always has been. And his brother is too, or his cousin is too. They're all a bunch of commies pretending they're liberals, and always were. And by the way, there were a lot of them when I was a kid too.
Yeah,
a bunch of commies pretending to be liberals. That's it. Liberals are commie larvae.
Blame each other, right? You don't know what the story is. You don't know who did it or not. And you say 100%, they 100% did it.
Which kills the fucking argument that was speculation.
That's huge. That's a huge disaster, bro. That's like
at that point, first of all, who do you think blew up the hospital? Like the hospital courtyard, rather. Who do you think bombed the hospital courtyard?
I think most investigations point towards it being either the Islamic Jihad or Hamas, right? It's like a misfired rocket. And then what you did in response to that was instead of being like, I think since most of the reports are going this way.
Why do you think it's wait, hold on. Why do you think it's Hamas or Islamic Jihad and a rocket misfire?
Well, that was just what most of the investigations turned out.
So
why do you think now he's trying to get a political debate with him? Because the facts are on Willie's fucking side. They had a misfired rocket, landed in the goddamn hospital parking lot, And
Yeah.
the immediately Hamas tried to use it as.
Oh, is he doing the flamenco? The chat.
Yeah, he's doing that.
No, Channel 4 had a different one.
Because you're bringing this up, and this is really
Yeah,
important
there's no shit. You can see he's struggling with this.
to understand. One,
And a lot more so than the first point. The first point was probably a mistake that Willie bring up. Don't bring up anything you don't remember.
all of the
Is it? You
circumstantial
say that
evidence
every
at the
time, but it never is.
Okay. All of the circumstantial evidence at the time, of course, after the 6,000 bombs that Israel had dropped on Gaza, a densely populated open-air prison, the 6,001st bomb, understandably, was going to be an Israeli bomb. To this day, we still do not know whether this was an Islamic Jihad rocket that was misfired or whether or not this was actually
It's an
an artillery shell that might have hit a fuel tank or even some other kind of munition that Israel
So
may
why
have
did
deployed.
you say it was
now, the reason
100%
why
Israel and then call everyone genocidal freaks that disagreed with you?
You don't actually watch the content beyond.
You demonize them.
Because
I watched. I just said what you say. He knows he's owned on this. So I think. See, I think he's a lot more self-aware than he's self-aware, which actually is kind of frightening because he doesn't care about the truth. If you're not self-aware, if you're like fucking Boogie, just kind of you're just going. The wheels just turn. And just lie by a matter of course. He knows he's lying. He knows he's trying to. This is all about how things look. And who would expect anything less from a himbo? A guy that's gone through life because of his looks. Not particularly smart, and he's pretty good looking, and his uncle started the Young Turks. Other than that, I'm sure he fucking could hold down a job for $50K. Just a regular person. That's it. What separates Hasan from your average fucking room temperature IQ idiot is he lusts for power. That's it.
First of all, because they
Just
are.
like you do every time,
because the
by the
Israeli
way.
government
You do
is
this all the
genocidal.
time.
What the fuck are you
This is
talking
your-
about, you dumb
this is your
fuck?
fucking thing.
4,500 children. Israeli government.
Now he's gonna
freaks that
because
disagreed with you.
you don't actually
called everyone
watch the
genocidal
content
freaks.
beyond.
The reason he's going here, I don't know that Willie expressed an opinion on the fucking war. Okay, he's non-political with those videos. It's about him, and he's trying to turn it into, and this will, because they're all pro Hamas on his channel. This will turn this into Willie being like pro-Israel, and then you're a genocidal maniac.
Demonize them.
Because, first of all, because they
Just
are.
like you do every time,
because the
by the
Israeli
way.
government
You do
is
this-
genocide.
That gave all right. See, Willie gave him what he needed. Willie, so he's going to prove his point. So they're just automatically a genocidal. That's it. There's no argument here. Why would you have Willie on?
What the fuck are you
This is
talking
your
about,
thing.
you dumb
This is your
fuck?
fucking thing.
4,500 children have been ruthlessly
Oh, now
slaughtered. You
shift
think
the
that's not
topic again.
genocidal?
Yeah, shift the topic again
Oh,
to
the
something
one
I didn't
hospital
even
might.
say.
Wait, Willie, shut the fuck up and listen, dumbass.
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
really
no, go
think?
on, do it.
Do you really think that if one fucking hospital wasn't bombed by Israel and this was a fucking actual
Yes.
misfire that all of a sudden means that like. Well, that
not
all
what
of a
I
sudden
said.
means that like
And here's the thing. He said there's 4,000 fucking bombs. What's the one that's important to him? The one in the hospital. You know why? Because you could propagandize that the most. That's why he jumped on it. He's a propagandist. That's what he is. An apparatchik. A guy who has. I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say that he has authoritarian leans, and I think his audience is okay with that too. People are freaking out like, oh wow, look at these people in New York that are pro Hamas. Wow, look at like Germany 1938 couldn't happen anywhere. Never in America. No, it could have. And these are the guys running the show. You're seeing it in slow motion, just like it happened here in Germany in slow motion. Nobody goes, it won't ever happen here. Never happen here. Yeah. That's what they said here in the 30s, after the war that ended all wars. This is what they are. These are the people that prop up governments that are completely out of fucking control. People that don't care about the truth. That's it. We can admit, Hasan's a Nazi. Now, I don't have no problem with calling him a Nazi. Not that he has white supremacist values, but I could call him a Nazi because he's an authoritarian maniac that doesn't care about the truth. No wonder he hates America. No wonder. Because there's all sorts of fucking laws and protections not to be able to control people. They're eroding. That's another story.
Israel's not doing ethnic
demonizing me
cleansing
right now. You're doing it in real time.
Dude,
It's
just
hilarious.
fucking answer my question.
even
Do
what I
you
said.
think
that is a classic. I'm gonna put your question. I'm gonna frame your statement.
At
and then
the ethnic cleansing campaign, if you take out the bombing, okay, if you take out the one time that this hospital's bombed, okay, if you take that out, do you think out of the equation, do you think Israel is all of a sudden not doing ethnic cleansing in Gaza?
No, that's not what I said. This is what you're trying to.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, see, I think he's conscious of it. You think he's conscious of it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think he's conscious of it. I'm asking you about your statements about pro-genocide, even though like the criticisms weren't even anything about politics.
I just said no. And
okay, this guy in the background, I'm thinking really deep. You know what? I don't know what's going on here, but Hasan's pretty smart. So I wonder why this guy, hasn't given up yet, or Hasan hasn't hung up on him. Yeah, that's what's going on because he's probably a moron too.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Remember, the Nazis had friends as well.
Okay, so
played football. They went to fucking where their leader hosing. They fucking drank beers. All fucking normal German shit. And they had friends. Well, I don't know. The Nazis seem okay to me.
What's your
reports?
Okay, got it. No. Got it.
Yeah, like, this is your friend that chills with you because you're a big fucking star. I mean, he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He is expressionless, so he's probably on drugs.
Got it.
And you go ahead and they side with it. You then continue to call them genocidal, even though that's the fact of the info. That's what most of the info says.
When I cover these kinds of
you ignore the
stories,
news, bro. That's the point. You just lie and come up with your own
I don't
shit.
ignore the news. You ignore the rest of the fucking coverage because on the day of the hospital bombing, I personally said, okay, that the highest likelihood of this hospital being bombed is from
No, you also
Israel.
said it was 100%.
Just shut the fuck up. And
You also said it was 100%. All right, I've had it.
There you go.
What do you want to call it? I've had it. I've had it. He made a jackass of himself.
Yeah.
It wasn't perfect.
Apparently, this has caused Willie to grow a lot. LSF was talking about it a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, there you go.
Well, it'll never happen again because, like fuckface thought he was going to have an easy victory because he just thought YouTuber. Dummy. Stupid moron. He knows a bunch of tactics. They're not even like debate tactics to win. They're just everything's designed to shut down. Everything's
he was hoping to kind of like
you're a hypocrite. You didn't do your research. I mean, it also sounds ridiculous to accuse a guy not doing his research and look at and you refuse to watch the video that you asked him to come debate.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. The debate was already lost.
Yeah, the debate was lost immediately. I didn't watch it. I mean, another thing is like he's not smart enough because this is a guy that only knows optics to know how bad that looks optically.
Right.
Because he's stupid. He knows the hand. What is that? What is that fucking? I'll pull Green Man in a second. It's a Shang Tsung saying. It's like tactics without tactics. What is it? Tactics.
I believe the saying is "Your soul is mine." Shang Tsung, right?
Yeah, Shang Tsung. So good too. Tactics. Let's see. Strategy without tactics is the slowest road to victory. Tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. And so, in other words, basically, and you can see this like with chess players as well. The guys that play at the park and they know a couple tricks. Maybe they know that stupid thing that fucking XQC fell for with Charlie. That Maiden was it Maiden 3 or whatever it is, Fool's Mate. Remember that? He fell for that because they only know his tactics. That's fine when you're playing chess and stuff like that. You just know like a simple trap tactics and things like that. But even though strategy is completely different, right? And if I had to guess, Hasan's pretty stupid. He confuses tactics and strategy. Hasan probably only knows tactics. Probably knows a lot of them, and just implies them all. And whether they work, he just kind of he doesn't even seem to have the sense of like whether they work or not, which is really funny. I mean, Jesus Christ.
My favorite Shang Tsung quote is "It has begun," from Mortal Kombat, 1995.
Yes, Jesus. I talked to my friends when I was about 18, 19 when I came out. I talked to my friends to go seeing that. And they were visibly mad at me that I took them.
Really?
Yes.
It was a good movie, though. It's a fun experience.
Oh, God, you're off. They made fun of me the whole night. Green Man, what do you got? Green Man.
Yeah.
Scott, what do you got? Because I got to get off. I got to get out of here.
Question number 1.
Sure.
Right. Is Hasan the Frank Ribery of the baiting? He's got the one thing to him. Right, he just goes inside and then he dives straight away.
Frank Ribery, yes. No one's going to know what you mean.
And then the second thing is, do you think he'll actually get any backlash for any of this? Do you think
he's already gotten some? Like,
he
he won't get back. He's not going to lose anything out of this, right? And he won't get, but Willie will gain. I'll tell you what to compare this to. When Augie fucking was there for Chris Hansen's, which really, I'd like to make a video about that. When Chris Hansen completely fucking melted down, and Augie and Nick just took him apart, and there was that big shift of fandom to Augie. Right, that's what you're seeing right now. So you just basically, you're not going to take Hasan down. He's too big. In fact, like Hasan would have had to rape a girl to be taken down. He's not going anywhere. I don't think he's a criminal. Right, I don't think he would do something like that. That's the only thing that's going to end him. Right, being a hypocrite. I think most of the people in that chat know what he's doing. They're just trying to win. It's just like oh, who did Frank Ribery play for? Bayern Munich. They're rooting for Bayern Munich. That's it. They're rooting for their side. That's it. That's all that's going on there. So like he doesn't really lose. He looks stupid for a day, and then 48 hours later everybody forgets it. But Willie Mac continues to gain, and there's more exposure to him and his content, which is really great content because it's traditional YouTube commentary that's funny without the hate and the anger. And there's snarkiness, but even the snarkiness is fun loving. And yeah, I think Willie's on this road.
It must be
road
exhausting though. Like, can you imagine having to keep up the facade of being that much of a prick? And you're already kind of stupid.
Yeah, but he's gained so much, so I do. Oh God, I have to fucking keep up this fucking facade to get fucking paid. Why can't Hasan do it? I can act like I'm fucking crazy all the time, and I'm not.
When you go offline, you do tell me how you do love Hassan Piker's videos and all that.
Yes, yes, that's it. All right, let me get.
So you use your free Twitch sub.
Yes. Let me take a little call. I get ready for a little call podcast. By the way, did you watch it? Oh no, he's gone. Forget it. Sinternet, you're on the air. Hello, Sinternet.
Hey. Yo, that fucking guy in the background, that's Hasan's Russian rent boy.
Yeah, he looked Eastern. I knew he's Eastern European. I called it.
I think he's Jewish, by the way. He said, I was watching the stream before Willie came on. I think he's Jewish.
He's Russian Joe. Yeah, I could see that. He definitely looks like.
Let's see what's going on here.
You know what he looks like? You know why I thought he was fucking from that part of the world? Because he looks like DJ Lethal from Limp Bizkit and House of Pain, and he's Russian. It's a mad boy Russian. Fucking repercussion. That's going way back. But go ahead.
But I wonder if there's some animosity there, because it's Hasan is Muslim Hitler.
Yeah.
Essentially, Muslim Hitler.
No, he's not that smart. Hitler's way smarter than Hasan. Hitler conquered Europe with Hitler conquered before he got to Poland. He conquered a good chunk of Europe before firing a shot. It wasn't until he couldn't pull that trick anymore whether he invaded Poland. What is Hasan? Hasan got popular on Twitch. I got news for you. As awful as Hitler was, right, is a megalomaniac psychopath that tortured millions and ruined lives and changed really the whole trajectory of the world and made it just a little more miserable, right? He hasn't accomplished as much as fucking Hitler. I got news for you. He'll never have the accomplishment Hitler's has. Hitler was for all his faults, he's a completely unforgettable public figure. Hasan is totally forgettable.
Yeah.
Hitler's got it over Hasan like a tent. Hasan wishes he was Hitler. He wishes he was Hitler. Because, why not? He probably admires Mao and all those psychopaths. I think, you want to know something? I'm going to say something really controversial. I've always believed deep down the people that constantly invoke Hitler and the Holocaust admire him. Let me give you an example, all right? there was a terror group in Germany in the late 60s, 70s, and 80s, and they kind of shut the whole thing down in the 90s, right? They were a leftist terror group that had some connections, well, they found that out later, to East Germany, right? That's where they got some of their funding. And one of the, it was affectionately named in English, the Baader-Meinhof-Gruppe, all right? It was called Meinhof because of a reporter that sort of just left her whole life from Wiesbaden, if I'm not mistaken, and joined up with this terror group. Well, I was really interested to look into her writings. Her name was Eureka Meinhof. That's what her name. I found something really interesting. Now, she was a far leftist, a communist, that was very much about, talked about, the same thing Hasan talks about, like revolution, all that horse shit. This is, like, I'm going to semi-quote Eureka Meinhof, and this is how I feel about, like communists, right? Because the communists really didn't treat the Jews all that well either. Go look that up, all right? In Russia, in Eastern Europe. It's not as bad as the Germans did, but it's close. It's still oppression, right? She said, and this is a woman, a leftist, somebody who hates the right. While the Holocaust was terrible, you can understand the animosity towards the Jews, for they were the merchant class. In other words, her hate of capitalism, kind of like, yeah, that was terrible what Hitler did to the Jews. A leftist. Shop the point, but bitch. I get why you hate them so much. Because they're the money race.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of leftists feel that way. But they sound like Nazis when they talk.
Right.
What do the hard leftists really hate? They hate They hate capitalism at the end. Mm-hmm. What are Jews synonymous with? And what were they known for in Germany? Merchant class.
Yeah.
So they hate them just as much as the Germans. Like, what's the fucking difference? You hate them because they killed Jesus, or you hate them because, they own every shop in town. They're tremendous businessmen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's, I think, and you're seeing it right now. You see it in New York, you see it in Chicago, you see it in London. They're fucking Nazis. They're exactly what I'd be saying they are. They're fucking Nazis. They've always been. Hasan, Nazi. Keffels, fucking Nazi. That fucking stupid bitch that was the moderator, I forget her name was making a fool of herself early on. Nazi. Guess who found that out too? Guess who found out where in the pecking order they are if their political ideas are actually fulfilled? Ethan Klein. He found out where he stands. And let me tell you something. If these wackos ever take over, I'm not going to say it was like the Holocaust, but it'll probably be like Eastern Europe. And why don't you look up the treatment of Jews in Eastern Europe from about 1919 to about 1989. It's better than the gas chamber, but it's not that great.
A lot of stuff is better than a fucking gas chamber.
You're a genius. Bye.
But
I got it. No, that's something personal. I got to do a local podcast.
Yeah, you got to.
I can't get into that. Hi, this video came up and recommended. Barely anyone talks about the creeping rise of acceptable child abuse. He's doing something. Yeah, what's his name? Sent a bunch of people over there. He's not doing anything. Mama Max isn't doing anything. He's doing nothing. He's lining his pockets.
Oh, I watched that Kaiser Soares video, by the way.
Yeah,
and it's actually pretty good.
What's Kaiser Soares? What's that about?
That's the guy who called in and was like, I made a video on Mama Max with the fake. He thinks he faked one of the videos.
Oh, really?
Like the cartoon. Yeah. It's actually kind of, I like it. I think I might go over it.
He didn't prove it. It's an interesting allegation. Or
Yeah, for sure.
You think he faked one of them? I forgot about that guy.
There's circumstantial evidence, but I mean, you can't truly tell, but it's like the channel wasn't really like getting traction, and there was a lot of weird patterns to it, and the editing kind of felt like Mama Max, so I could totally see him doing it.
Yeah.
But there's no like conclusive evidence that he actually did it.
Well, I am aware that he is currently intimidating YouTubers, and kind of leading. I am personally aware of it, but I mean, here's the thing: like, he does this shit right? Like right now, like anybody he knows, anybody's connected to, right? And he does the act, like the whole act in the DMs. And people just want to do anything because they're afraid he's connected to hackers, and they're afraid that he's they're afraid that he'll fuck with them, or they'll go worse. They'll do what he did to me, like compare you to a pedophile. So he's got he's now. But see, I really think like his thing will unravel. I really do. I don't know when it is. Maybe another year or two. I think, like I made a comment. Like I think you're gonna see me in a lot of Mama Max expose videos whenever the hammer drops on him. Right. Because I know right now, right. I've been confided in that he is literally, and some of it's pretty comical, like trying to intimidate people into supporting his fucking, really, his salary. And that's the thing. It's like, I keep getting, they'll repeat the same thing on that same video, right? You haven't done anything for victims. He has. He hasn't done anything. He's made a bunch of money off your fucking anger towards pedophiles that are justified, but that's what he does. He's tapped into, I think a lot of people have been, probably more than would ever admit it, have been molested and all sorts of sex crimes out there that just don't, because nobody wants to fucking talk about, their uncle that diddled them, because it's embarrassing. Even if you're like, I talked about it. It's like, even as an adult, it's embarrassing. It sucks. Yeah. So I think he taps into that. He taps into the fact, like, I can't get this fucking guy back that did this to me. He taps into that. So anybody that goes after him and says, this is just a racket, is your uncle that diddled you. I think it's pretty creative, to be honest with you. And then like he was like a sex pest too, to fucking that girl. I always wonder if that jerk off Englishman we had was spying on us, and he just didn't find anything. You know that?
Yeah, you talked about that on stream before.
Yeah. I always wonder.
You got like 8 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, I gotta get going. Yeah, all right, I'm out of here. Oh, let's do, thanks for telling me.
Yeah.
Thanks for being around. If you want to be in the Patreon crew, join. I read your shit at the end of it. I'm trying to figure out how to put them in the other videos, too. I just can't figure out how I want to do it. And my pledges are Oatbag, Mexon, St. Cloud, Cody, Everborn, Nesquik, Pick and Pun, Reynolds Hughes. Thanks so much. Reynolds Hughes even goes to my gaming streams. Tommy C's Cat, and Pilkington. If you want your name read off after every stream, just fucking go. All right, I got mad shit to do, bitches.
Yeah. Later.
And go tell Papa Gut he's a big fat cunt. That fucking should just watch the fucking video and find out. I mean, God, we're doing so. Oh, that's the one thing I want to talk about. Everybody said that whole thing. If you're gonna believe that Boogie's stupid, all right, and at the same time think this elaborate work that happened in the everything is like work. I want you to put a fishhook in your nuts and then jump off a roof of a building, you fuckers. I don't know how anybody could fake what that fucking shit. And because I played it for you on Sunday.
Yeah.
So if you think I'm fake, because somebody really did piss me off. They said, somebody wrote me this morning and they said, if this was anybody else, Tommy C would be calling this fake. And you know what pissed me off about it? They're right.
What?
I probably would call the whole thing fake because it's unfucking believable. But here's the thing. I was there. It happened. It's that funny. Make sure you watch the Local Podcast, everybody. Have a good one. Peace.
Give it.